Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here, ready to start Stormblood. Now that we finally finished Heaven's Ward, it's time to continue with Stormblood. So, yeah. Hope we're gonna be fast.
How will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Ala Mhigan included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Ala Mhigan? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Ala Mhigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Ala Mhigan? Assuming you are willing, of course.
I mean, to be honest, that does make sense. I mean, why should they help Ala Mhigan unless they know that Ala Mhigan wants their help, right?
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you have to ask.
It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Why don't we just
I
all
have spent
go?
quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Our first Stormblood quest. Amazing.
Ready, my friend? Well then, Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Gyr Abania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Ala Mhigan Resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Way to make it about you again, Lise.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Thousand mountains apart. Holy shit. Yet united in purpose, let us pray both our endeavors meet with success, shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What now? Alright then, if you insist. Oh my god, if she gives her a new outfit... Of course she did. What do you think? As you can see, I decided to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress, much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru, thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it, and with that I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Gyr Abania. Our first stop will be Amarissa's Spire in the East Shroud. To be honest, that outfit is kinda odd. No. Yeah, let's go there. Alrighty, we're here. Let's see what he's saying. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed into Gyr Abania. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Let's go! New region. And see where we're going.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Gyr Abania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
There we go. Well, we gotta get a move on. Whoop. Raban! Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Oriens. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None, save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We've had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall weren't enough, Ilbert summoned the Primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilbert's to make. Now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Ala Mhigan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave you to it. Godspeed. Of all the Castra in all the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing elegant weapon and draconic primal, Omega and Shinryu. I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. And this, like Omega, fell to Earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Gyr Abania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Rhalgr's Reach, no temple to the east of here, across the Velodina River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. Alrighty. Let's explore that. Oh no. I can't fly here, no. I'm gonna cry. Southeast. Oh, I totally forgot that I can't fly here. Go away. It's under the bridge, but we probably have to go there, no? That's a nice forest though. Still with me, good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Why are we going the other way? I want to go there to the ether current. Damn it. Okay. Let's get it real quick. Because I want to be able to fly as fast as possible. Ah. That's a big bear. Ah. Leave me alone. Ooh. That's pretty. What's that tower? Oh, that's the sign of the Empire, no? On the flag. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south. Whoa. It's part of Castrum Velodina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Let's do that. Okay. Well, I guess we got kind of an impression of all this, so I'll skip ahead for you guys. Alright, we're here. I found another ether current on the way, and we didn't die. That's a lot of rubble. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Rhalgr's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Yestola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer, or whatever, trained in the modification of glamour prisms. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Guardians. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. And with a sprinkle of the demasking dust, all is laid bare. Nice. Let's go! Rhalgr's Reach. But if it's glamour, couldn't we just walk through it? Technically.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow.
That looks cool.
Rhalgr's Reach. A holy place, and a fitting home for the Resistance. For the brave and the true. The loyal sons and daughters of Ala Mhigan. They were waiting for us there. Men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost. For what could be ours again.
I like Rhalgr's Reach, it looks so cool. Conrad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Now I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Coming. But... Oh. Oh, the Ifrit is in there, I forgot. Let me attune first. Never forget to attune to an Ifrit. Gonna regret it otherwise. Man. It is incredibly hot here, by the way. It's only February and we have like... We already had like 11 degrees Celsius. It's insane how warm it is for February.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalgr's Reach, our humble headquarters.
Can I just say that I love how much is voice acted now? Like,
my name is Conrad
it's
Kemp,
amazing.
and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalgr it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Ala Mhigan Resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Camp. Take all the time you require.
To be honest, what's there to think about? I mean, they want to be free, right? Like, they would fight anyways, so why not with help? Or am I just missing something? So it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me, you're free to look around Rhalgr's Reach, in fact. Rhalgr's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Camp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Laura. Doesn't she show everyone around? Great, let's get started. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Ala Mhigan Highlanders like me. But the truth is that we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some beastmen, well, beast women, I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Ananta. Over there. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Ananta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystal into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Rhalgr, shall we? We shall. Alright, let me go there. Alright, let's see what she has to say about it. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds, who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th astral era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea besieged the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Gyr Abania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep, for no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. That last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the first of Rhalgr. Ida explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry, that was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Let's go to the infirmary. Alright, we're here at the barber, which is apparently the infirmary. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the ffxiv Plaza next. I literally just walked past that. Oh my god, okay, let's go there. Okay, we're here at the ffxiv Plaza. When you've seen one ffxiv, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the first of Rhalgr was still here. It looks cool, but it's not like super special. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the soldiers are next, but don't forget to attune to the ffxiv before we go. Yeah, I did already. Right, we're here. Arms, armor, potions, you name it. These folks got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Elfino and Alizé are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? They're just staring at you awkwardly while you're like, oh, why don't we talk to them, you know? Act like we know them. Yeah, of course, it's not an upgrade. I already had it. Whoops. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot and much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. It's a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch your Stola and Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me. On our way.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rhalgr's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Ala Mhigan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, lot. Monargo and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Right then, Monargo and Mefred are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Laura. Okay, okay. Aether compass may now be used to locate Aether currents in new regions. That's good. Alright, but we'll continue next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.